panic if players are being too passive, as Backwood not passive at all, going for the no-scope Blainer of the year. Misses it there. If players are too passive and haven't done damage, the Storm Surge will punish you, doing 10 damage per tick as that goes off until you either are above the threshold or you're eliminated. Just like that, Strep picks up Backwood. No antibiotics viewed there, but a nice Elim endpoint going over to Strep.
Yeah, and this is it right here. I don't think we've seen as many ballers throughout the day, but my gosh, there are so many still in play. That's a big reason why there's so many players still alive right now, guys. The vehicles are out. Nice double shot with the combat right there. Strep connecting big time here. Someone comes out the storm. Kuros gets flicked on and taken out of the game. Back to the lobby he goes. And Strep finds himself at 29 points. Can he make it 30? That's 2 big shots. Up and over the top he goes. He still wants this one, but no, gets taken out by CWV. Saw FaZe Diggy there as well in the feed. There's a lot going on here, Sundown.
Good job there from CWV, but Outlet is running that high ground down now, but took a ton of damage. There's actually a player directly above him who just lasered him. That was 150-0 in the blink of an eye. Now you have Neferux of Luminosity Gaming. We're inside the top 25%. Still up. Demo still up. Neferux still up as well. Outlet just got beamed. Neferux is going to edit out, pop the shadow, and get over to the far side. Will need to about face as he does get blocked into the player's build, opting to go around it and build just over. Nice little ramp for the separation. Fox picks up Vape Jesus, so he's going to go down. You see defensive traps put in place by the player next to Neferux. Tech gets K's, and we're getting closer and closer to top 15. Fox is now out. Double edits, and he got it. Demo's in.
Oh, he gets both of them. Shaz and Demo go right down. The combat. The fire rate!
And it gets him into the top 15, and it gives him a shadow bump. That is a massive 4-point swing and could potentially end up being more for Neferux.
He had 0 materials as well. This really puts him back in the game here, guys. It was all looking so grim as Neferux is now looking to find tendons. Will he be able to connect here? He's got the traps out. He finds someone down in the water. He could still commit here, and he does. Tendons goes down. He doesn't have any shield, though.
Good job sticking with that. Saw that Tendons was over the side. Got his Elim kind of poached away from him there, but manages to stay with it. Saw where the tracer fire was and identified the player. Now on 31 points. 7 players remaining. Wrigley, who we just saw, was in that top 3, directly above him. You have Lyricid, 2 above him, as Sicko does pick up B-Hegs, and Neferux looks for the double edit. He has no more mats, so nothing doing with the launch pad. Will he find another sick double from Neferux? Can he make it a triple? He's looking. He needs to get back in the storm zone. He does. Shots coming out. Shots from the player above. Double edit. Loses it. Wrigley picks it up, but can Wrigley find the zone? He did get the siphon. He needs to circle back around, and he found it, but there's tons of natural building here. Spook, everything is for him. Has 6 builds, not a ton going on here, but has the high ground, and everyone moving over. HP advantage was to him. Wrigley caught every one of those pellets with his face, but a good individual effort pushes Spook up to 34 points. 70 limbs, victory royale.
Solid game for Spook right there, picking up a 17-point game. That's how fast you can go from the teens right up into the 30-point bracket, putting you in contention for top 5, making your way to New York City Finals. But man, Neferux, he had a crazy play there with the double edit down. I thought it was all over for a second there, but off to the next one here, guys.
Always.
Pleasant Park. A little action right here, Sundown.
Always on to the next one there. 45 minutes left in the queue. And remember, last time we checked out on the leaderboard, 38th was 2nd place. Clicks was in 1st, but had already previously qualified. 10th was 33rd. Donnie JJ was up on that list. He's currently sitting there in 37th. Has the rare heavy AR as well as the rare tac, single shadow bomb, and 3 minis with 199 effective HP. So not in a bad spot, particularly as he picks up Z-Laner there, going to try and push in and get whatever loot from that he can.
Yeah, it was a nice little pick right there, but a little hiccup right there as we kind of catch up here. He is going for the loot. It's going to be risky. He steps right next to Parallel Trey's box. Cannot step into those walls. That was clearly a mistake there.
And he got him with the flint. And one thing you notice there, as Trey poked out, it kind of messed him up because the flint pushed him into the corner of the box. He missed his first shot because of that. Might have been able to win the trade, but wasn't enough. kind of caught playing Loot Goblin there, but now Clix pushing into the box. There are so many edits going on there, making sure he owned the ramp, flipped it back, pushed himself forward, and picks up the elim. Brilliantly done there from the Misfits player. There's a reason he's double qualified, the first player out of NA to do so, and he's going to continue his run here as he kind of takes a second, boxes up, and tops off on shields.
Yeah, Clix has definitely made a name for himself here in the competitive Fortnite scene. Just interesting to see what he'll be able to do now in New York City. He is kind of shown up, really taking the scene by storm, honestly.
I'm so excited for LAN. Like, I'm so absurdly excited. Not just because we get to see all of these players all in the same custom lobby for the entirety of the game, see what the contestants go out, but just, does somebody play different? Is somebody a little more hesitant? Is somebody more aggressive?
I think they do. I think some players are going to stick to their roots and push through, but that might be the downfall, man. These guys are just going to be waiting for something to pop off to, server collapse, if you want to call it that. This server collapsing is going to be disgusting at Fortnite World Cup.
I got faith, man, because don't forget, those elims still worth the point, man.
Yeah,
still got to go out there. They'll be able to get it. Clix pick it up. Trey there, who we saw earlier with a nice flintlock play, but not going to save you from Clix as he pushes in with that epic combat shotgun. Pops his last shadow bomb and is going to get moving over onto the far side of the zone.
Love what he's doing, too. He's got so much material. He's playing for higher elevation right here. But with this many players alive, no layer is safe, especially not the lowest. In comes the drum gun pressure right there. Does see a player on the campfire, decides, hey, he's still got shield. Focuses on the next person. This is the problem with having a drum gun. Notice that was a little sloppy. Players are so exposed.
And also that first bloom shot, man, that was rough. He literally had the guy painted, and it was just like one of the scenes out of the cartoons where he hit everything but him. And right there, Shababan. Clix hits everything, including you. Trap shotgun right there. You have Exulting just below Clix. The controller player duo of Excels trying to put some pressure on him, but just going to disengage. Grandma just below him. We've seen him on the leaderboards time and time again. Symphony also in his own box, but Bizzle is going to smell him out there and send him back to the lobby. Well done from the week 1 qualifier and the Ghost General, the highest earning Fortnite player in competitive history right now, is trying to make his mark on this lobby, sitting at 30 points, already qualified 2 boogies, heavy sniper, and the legendary combat.
Yep, and this is exactly where he likes to be, that end game. A little more placement threshold being broken into right there. Nice little edit, catches a clean elim on Nicole, who had the storm pressure. You notice that did crumble just a bit there.
And he's into the top 15 as well. Right, the player right on the side is looking for it. Slem was actually the one to pick that up. So Bizzle going to continue going forward. And this is where he loves to fight. I know Bala has been a big talk about it, but how good the Ghost guys are at tunneling and fighting from their tunnel, whether it's Sean or Bizzle or Demo or Snood, every single one of them can fight from these angles, and Bizzle trying to do it. No. But the ramp in his face, Boogie Bobs, Disco out in the open. Leo being the benefactor of that one. Kydra, honestly, just, I don't know if it was luck, benefactor, right time, right place, but Bizzle gets sent back. Grandma, however, picks up Leo right after, so we're on board with Shaded Talent on the ultimate low ground as Grandma picks up another one.
Yep, Grandma is in this game. You see him popping off in the feed. Shaded trying to get up higher. The higher he goes, the closer he gets to Grandma. Will he be able to connect right here? Does land a shot. It's Clix who goes down. Beautiful trap, too. You put it on the ceiling. It's undodgeable, essentially. And that was how he caught Clix off guard right there. Shaded Talent, now one step closer to high ground. He's going to step out into the storm and sacrifice just a bit more to get nice and secure set up in the top here.
And then he has the stinks to be able to rain him down. I don't know if he realized he's completely uncontested, but now AJ is forced right out in the storm. And with the tick over from the storm change, he's going to get it. He'd get it either way, but Shaded smelt it, he dealt it, and everyone else in the lobby had to deal with it. 4 elims and the victory royale, bumping him up to 33 points.